ever heard of the French band Dramarama? They are not really French. They were born and raised in New Jersey. But it took a little European influence to get the band some recognition in these United States.
Hey, it's been so long since I have written with a pen. You know it's sharper than a saber. I don't feel like aeroplane. Got no computer, I can't type the letter M. You're not responding right, I guess I better start again.
Last Cigarette is the latest video from New Jersey rockers Dramarama. Their current album, Stuck in Wonderama Land, is the first of 3 albums to get radio and video airplay. Both album and single have floated up and down the charts for several weeks, and other singles released are showing similar promise. According to writer-singer John Eastdale, the band owes their current success to the French connection.
And we've been together for 5 years. The 4 of us have been together for 6 years, actually, haven't we now? Almost 7. It's frightening. But we started in the basement of a record store we owned in Wayne, New Jersey. He owned mostly.
Record store in Wayne, New Jersey. And we started practicing in our basement of our record store, and then we sold the record store to be in a band. And it was the same band we're in now.
Yep. We started our own record label called Question Mark Records and made our own 45. And then we made our own 5-song 12-inch. And then we sent it to France, and it came back with a check for more money to make a whole album. So we did.
For New Rose Records and tapes.
And then?
And then?
Rest is history.
No, hardly.
Unfortunately, it's not.
And then we had a record on New Rose, which was good because they had cool bands on their label, which we liked.
And it would hit all the import stores.
And just then...
a guy
Rodney
in California,
Bingenheimer,
Rodney Bingenheimer,
who's watching right now, because we know he's up this late, right, Rodney? Sitting on your couch, saying, I can't
he started
believe
playing our record, thought we were from France.
And just then...
We called him up and said, no, we're not from France, we're from New Jersey. He said, well, you should come to California and play some shows. So we did.
And then we stayed there and moved there.
Moved there, stayed there.
But we never forgot about the man on the Garden State Parkway who would stick his hand out for a quarter. We felt it was time to come back.
There was a DJ in France who, while he was vacationing in America, had read a review of our first single in a now defunct publication called The Trouser Press, which is really a good old magazine. And he was interested in us from reading this review, so we sent him our new EP at the time, which was called Comedy. And he played it on his radio show, and it did kind of good, so we thought we would send it to the label in France that would help us. That was what it was.
And we weren't doing too well in these United States.
Not well at all. And then we had another album after the first one, which was called Cinema Verite. And the second one was called
Box Office Bomb, or Bob as we call it in the business.
B.O.B. That was also on our own label, and, wouldn't you know, on New Rose Records. And since then, we have gotten off being on our own label, which was Question Mark Records, and now we're on Chameleon Records, which is kind of a step up for us, because they're distributed by Capitol, which is a step up from us. And that brings us here, to New Jersey.
Where the man with the quarter in his hand is at.
Hundreds of concerts and 2 albums produced a glut of critical acclaim, press clippings, and cultish fans, but no major American record deal. Several times the group disbanded, then reformed before they finally landed a contract with Chameleon Records. Some of the trials and tribulations have since found their way into the music of Dramarama's current album.
The subject matters from different things, from people you know, or from stories you hear, or else just from feelings you have yourself. A lot of times it's personal, and you say it's about someone else. But yeah, it's a lot of personal things, and then a lot of times it's just, you know, certain songs are just nonsense, abstract words thrown together. Yeah, I get it pretty much down to a point where it's I know what it's supposed to sound like, and I know how the parts are going to go, and I have the lyrics somewhat, you know, at least a rough draft of them before I really show it to anybody, because that way I can't, you know, go in and say, oh wait, what was that next chord? Oh, you know, so it's almost complete record by then, before I show it to those guys. It's almost ready to be done.
And then we improve upon it.
They do. They embellish.
We vote on every word that he writes. We make him throw in a few
certain
adverbs.
rhyme doesn't, you know, we have a meeting usually.
Okay, what is it tonight? At least just tell me what the hell is wrong. Do you wanna eat? Do you wanna sleep? Do you wanna drown? Just settle down, settle down.
With the contract came the video of Last Cigarette. Their first video was a homemade product put together to promote the band. The current video is their first professionally produced video.
The first video was from our first album. It was called Anything Anything, and it was done so cheaply that we filmed almost everything that you see with a little camcorder that we rented, and we edited all this stuff together, and we brought it to these guys who work for French television, and they helped us edit it and add a couple of things from Chow Manhattan starring Edie Sedgwick, and just threw it all together and made a video of the song. And
$700.
It was $700 video. It's like every idea's been used 100 times in every video already. It's getting to a point where it's just a conventional thing, you know, you have to have certain stock shots or whatever. I don't know.
I mean like a girl in a crowd, and then like girl, crowd, crowd, girl. Go back and then play, and then girl,
yeah, it seems
crowd.
like you have to have a girl in your video, even if there's no girls in the band or nothing, you know. And I'm not against girls per se, or even beautiful
You're
girls.
against them.
But I don't know. It seems like it's a lot of times has nothing to do with the song. I hate that. I'd like a video to have something to do with the song, maybe, if that's a possibility. If that's not taboo in the industry.
Janet Jackson is on the road. Coming up in tonight's Road Report, we'll have a current